We are about to sail out to the edge of Australia's continental shelf. This is where the ocean floor drops from around 20 metres to 2,000 metres deep. Although we live and breathe for the ocean, we also realise it's one of our biggest threats. So to think we'll be diving so close to a 2,000 metre drop-off is kind of spooky. We really are at the mercy of its ebbs and flows. You can't drop your guard for a second because you'll find out here things go from 0 to 100 real quick. But the reward for it is exactly why we do it. Welcome to episode 12 of season 2, Over the Top. We are on the Benny today because we're heading out to the reef just for a little day trip. It's only about a 15-mile trip, so it shouldn't take too long to get out there, and we're really keen to see outer reef. We've left Nakama behind on anchor. Chili's gonna look after her. We'll be back this afternoon. Actually, it's gonna be a really light wind day today. When we say light wind day, we're talking about 15 to 17 knots. It's sort of going to be on the nose getting there, so crazy. The sun is literally just showing. The boys are super keen for a fish because we've been in a green zone, which means we can't fish at all. And we're coming out of that green zone and going into a blue zone, which means that the boys can get the rods in, and they're really excited because they might be able to catch some fish. But I mean, I don't know, with our track record, we'll see how we go.
We are on like Ron. We had a bite earlier on this lure. It's a new lure. Whatever it is definitely. I told you this was my Marlin lure. No, I don't want it to be a Marlin. I'd love it to be a Spaniard though. Oh. Can we try and slow down a bit? Maybe. So we just got full sails out. I was like, sails go out and now we want to slow down. Like, how do we slow down?
What is that?
I got it!
Oh, babe!
Is it a Spanish? Might just be a regular Mackie.
He's big though.
He's f***ing sick. Nice work. Hey? Look at that. That is
Oh, babe, that's huge.
That is by far. That is definitely the biggest fish I've ever caught. It's bigger than me head. Look at him.
Oh my god.
That will feed us for yonks. So I've done a bit of research and we're thinking it's a spotted mackerel. Still haven't got the elusive Spanish, but apparently these ones eat just as good. Happy chappy. We're actually chugging along really well. I think we're only about 6 miles off the reef now, which is cool. The boys are happy, and I think we figured it out. It's not a spotted mackerel, it's a shark mackerel, which is a bit of a bummer because they're not as good for eating. But we're leaving Lizard Island behind, and it's a beautiful morning. How are we looking?
6.6 miles to our next waypoint, and we're doing, can't see our speed, oh, we're doing 6 knots.
Sick. It's an hour.
We are trying to go here, but the wind is coming from around here. So we've been pushed down towards here. So we're going to drop the sails and motor into the wind and alongside this reef for the last few miles. You can see the reef literally just behind me. So crazy.
Ready for the mooring? Woo! Crazy to think that that's the continental shelf right there, eh?
No.
Can you see the line hanging out? Yep. Alright, neutral!
You right?
I've got it! Look at these fish!
Oh my god!
What are they?
Yeah, look at this!
So lush!
Look at that water!
Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef. We are literally about 50 metres from the edge of the continental shelf. I'm looking down on fish here in about, I don't know, 6 to 8 metres water, and about 50 metres that way it goes to about 2,500 metres. This is really, really cool.
All I want in this whole life, a little red house in a country wife, a picnic table out on the lawn, a couple of kids and a couple of
We'll get in the water then, eh? These are my money-making socks, and these are my party socks. I don't do either of those things much anymore, so they've both been repurposed into dive socks. I don't know who lost it, I'm not going to say any names. I always blame it on Chile, but someone has misplaced my dive socks. Look at these, mate, the fish. The fish will come to the party if I'm wearing my party socks to the fish.
big bathtub in my bedroom, microwave dishwasher.
Oh my god, the clarity is
Folks say
I think we'll let him down the box.
pair of socks every day of the week. Big
Oh
soft
my god, the clarity.
I've never seen such cool
Oh, can you see that?
Diving into the clearest water we have seen absolutely blew our socks off. Yes, forget about what we said last week. This is the clearest water we've now dived in. We straight away got a glimpse of the fish we were seeing from the surface, and which is what this area of the reef is famous for. These potato cods are familiar with the sounds of boats and often wait just beneath the surface to say g'day. Though it's hard not to feel a little intimidated by them, firstly because they're about the size of a small human, and secondly, they don't fear staunching up to you head on. You'll be the one forced to back away.
Oh, that was next level. That's the most clarity I've ever dived with.
That
Never.
was insane, eh?
I've never been able to.
cod was sick.
Potato cod was so cool.
When I first dived in, I thought I'd be able to get to the bottom here straight away and just really casually, but it's so much deeper than I thought because it's so clear. That was extremely clear.
It's about 15 metres where we are now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
I think we've just decided that we're going to drop this mooring and grab a mooring that is closer to the shelf of this reef so we can dive that.
It's the mother shelf.
The mother shelf.
Shelf is the mother. Alright, that's good. Alright, you ready? Yeah. We're away. The continental shelf of Australia, folks. While we're here, quickly hit the subscribe button. And a little bit of just chill, we're good. We're chilling. How'd the water get clearer? What do you mean?
This is pretty unbelievable. I like can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of the watercolor.
Here we go. This is going to be the best boat coffee you've ever seen on video.
Mr.
This is
Barista,
how it goes.
what are you brewing up for
So we've got the
us?
percolator with some nice home brand Coles coffee. The trick's all about the milk though. The frothed milk is what you're
How do
really
you
looking
froth
for.
your milk on your
I
boat?
use a plunger.
That's pretty
You'd be
innovative.
surprised.
That is.
I will say I didn't make it up myself. I learned it from other people, so I shouldn't take full credit for it.
How many times do you do that?
The trick is to balance the foam so it's not too airy and just try and get as much volume as possible but without adding too much air. Voila!
Looks like I've just rocked up to the cafe.
Hey, you won't get a better coffee anywhere on the sea. Oh yes, you beauty.
Well, it's good, Miles. Very well done, I say, sir.
Caffeinated once again. We can't wait to get back in that water to see what else we can find. Just being that little bit closer to the shelf, we really noticed the difference in marine life. Bigger sharks cruised on by. We saw more pelagic species and schools of fish like we've never seen before. These are bumphead parrotfish, the biggest of all parrotfish. They can grow up to over 1 metre in length. Also, the water got really deep and we started to feel pretty exposed to the open ocean. Especially because we could begin feeling the pushes of the current. We definitely didn't want to stray too far from the boat. Dive number 2 was, again, exceptional. That was probably a better dive than the first one. Some of those schools of fish and that potato cod, honestly, its eyes look like they're like go 2 different directions. They're such funny looking things, hey?
Yeah.
They're like this ancient, prehistoric fish. They look like they're made out of stone.
Hey? Look at that.
Remember that fish we caught? Yep, the shark mackerel. It wasn't quite the fish we were hoping for,
I'd love it to be a Spaniard though.
as the name shark comes from its distinctive shark-like ammonia smell, which can be described as a suffocating odour. However, if you can get past that smell while filleting,
It does smell like ammonia, right?
yep, it's actually pretty horrendous. The fillets are fine, and any sign of ammonia will disappear with cooking, and it's said to be good eating if killed quickly and put into a box of ice, which by chance is what we did.
It's like a chicken that swims, basically, the mackerel. Sea chicken. A few reasons I think why they call it shark mackerel, because it's leathery skin and really flaky. So,
And smells like
chicken.
no,
Sounds like a Mexican barbecue in here.
no, not that. The ammonia.
Oh, oh, mate. It smells rank. I'll give it that much. It can look all good and stuff, but it smells pretty like ammonia. But the book, the Bible of fish, told us to cut the skin off, and it should be right. And once you got rid of the skin, it didn't smell like a dog's breakfast anymore. No.
But there is only one way to know for sure whether we'll be excited about bringing in one of these again.
The ammonia is definitely gone. Tastes good. It doesn't taste fishy. It doesn't taste fishy.
These chicken bites.
Good chicken bites?
Really good chicken bites.
It's really yummy. But let's hope we get something a little different next time, hey?
Finally!
Finally.
I often say the reef tells you when it's your time to leave. Being so beautiful, you want to just soak up every second, which is why we decided on another dive before making the journey back to Lizard Island. But it's like the reef knows you've had your fun and decides that that's enough. As you may have noticed, the tide has become increasingly lower while we've been here. So as we dived in for the third time, we realised the boat really didn't have too much room from the coral bommies lurking beneath. But there was still depth, so we went for another explore. We found some awesome swim-throughs and we were having a ball. But while on this dive, we felt the current take it up a notch and realised swimming in the direction of the boat felt like we were running on a treadmill. We took this as a sign to stop looking around and really put in some hard kicks to get back to the boat. As the boat came back into sight, we realised the current had swung the boat on the mooring and we only had about a metre spare until the bow crunched onto the reef.
Oh my god.
Before we went for that dive, we were sitting here and now...
Oh my god.
Miles kicked her into reverse.
Just let us swing back on it for a sec.
We threw the mooring and we began narrowly weaving through the maze of bommies.
Good in front of us, Miles.
As the tide has dropped so significantly, we can't get out the way we came in.
Trying to spin around.
So we're heading towards the continental shelf because we know there is plenty of water there.
I feel like you're progressively getting into deeper water just out here, bro.
I reckon just keep trying to get out of this, like, into the deep, and then we'll spin back into the channel.
So, you can just grab this helm.
So we went for that last dive and it was, holy moly, still amazing. And
Probably the best dive
that
I've ever been on.
yeah. But was it worth the boat almost crashing into the reef?
And we rode off the GoPro, so we didn't get. We're just sitting here and be like, that was the best dive we've ever been on. We have no footage of it because I think the GoPro's broken. We had some weird tide to and we're like, let's get back to the boat. Half a metre to spare, I'd say.
Give it a full metre, but you know, you could have jumped off the bow onto the reef
And broke your ankle. Like,
but the boat's hull was about a metre away from the rock. Got on, engine on, reverse, dropped the mooring line, and here we are, still in our wetsuits.
yeah, still
on
with
our
my
way
weight
back.
Still with my knife and my weight belt on.
That was our time to leave.
That was a sign.
Yeah.
A sign for us to go home. So now onwards we go back home.
But the reef wasn't done with us just yet.
I wanna drown inside this. Go down an eye, like I can't. I ain't never had a vibe this vibrant. I'm also shiny with that 3-eye vision. Take this moment, I'ma die inside it. I am pariah. I am
Marcus
Mariah.
would not like this.
Words I give me don't trust society.
Marcus would be going backwards.
Like, to my phone screen, ultraviolet. This ultraviolence. Probably need more milk, but it all spilled. Sit with my guilt inside it. Tap a tap. Don't throw a tantrum. Throw words at random. Make it anthems. Game like frisbee. Make it happen. Act like I'm not trapped.
How did that happen to us?
Crazy, just turn of events for the day.
Yeah, like, we nearly hit the reef. That was hectic. Then all of a sudden we're in like, what the hell kind of seas was that? Oh. And then all of a sudden you're sailing again and it's calm and quiet and everything good in life is beautiful. Life is beautiful once again. Fucking flat.
Well, it's been one incredible day that I don't think we will ever forget.
Lizard Island is to your right.
It really feels like we're coming home and it just makes us want to dance.
Stay the night, yeah, for the all right.
coming back for more. And if you're coming back, we must be on the right track. And I'll be stepping up for sure. If it's alright with you, I'll book a table for two. Please fancy restaurant. And if it's still on me, I'll make sure that please get past.
Well, what an epic day! I can see Nakama is still floating and hanging on by her chain, which is good. Today was epic, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Knackers! And that's the best boat in the anchorage up here.
Nagas, hello. Good to see you again, old girl.
Look at that.
She thought she was abandoned, but here we are.
Kitten!
Chili!
Oh, little one!
Chili! Thank you, Miles.
Oh no, pleasure.
Peace,
Almost
Lord.
sacrificed the boat that we got there.
But wait, don't go just yet. I just want to deliver a couple of community announcements. Firstly, we just reached 10k subscribers and we couldn't be more stoked. So thank you all who have subscribed. We really appreciate it. We're so happy with this small little milestone. It may not seem like a big one to you, but it's a huge one for us and we're over the moon. So if you're enjoying the videos and you have not yet subscribed, please do that because it really helps us out. Chili also appreciates it. Maybe. And otherwise, tune in next week. We are leaving Lizard Island. I know you never thought the day would come. We didn't either, but we have to keep going. We've got ground to cover. We're heading further up the Cape of Queensland. It's going to be wild, it's going to be remote, and we can't wait to share it with you. Oh my god!
We're on again! Welcome to North Queensland.
Ooh. Cheers guys, really hope you enjoyed this episode and we'll see you next week.